that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Welcome in, everybody. We're doing things a little bit different because right now we are at the midpoint of season 12 of the show. I cannot believe that. Can you believe that?
Big 1-2. I was here from day one.
Mackenzie Holtzclaw joining us on the program as well. Of course, Bo Counts is here as always. And Bo, when you think about this, I mean, you've been with us since the start. Can you believe we're 12 and a half seasons into this thing?
It's so insane to think we've been in 12 seasons, you know, and you ask me, you're like, oh, who are some of your favorite guests from this season? And it's like, we've been doing this so long that it all starts to run together and you go, oh man, I really like that. And you're like, dude, that was like 2 years ago.
I know.
Or just yesterday. And it's just wild.
It's wild how many great folks we've had on the show and kind of the growth we've seen in Northwest Arkansas over the past 12 seasons as well. And Mac, I know you're kind of still new. I mean, you've been here for the better part of the year.
Yeah.
How are you finding it here in NWA?
Oh, it's great. Everybody's so friendly here. And, you know, it's always nice when folks come up and talk about the show and things like that. So you really kind of feel like you can get to know people on a much deeper level. So that's been great. Of course, it's been great coming up on here. And like you said, you've had some awesome guests come on.
Yes.
You had Mrs. Claus here.
Of course you're going to bring Mrs. Claus.
So amazing. And Santa. But it's a shame you couldn't get them together.
I know. They can't be in the same room at the same time.
Too much magic.
Especially with the build up to Christmas, because they both got all those responsibilities.
But maybe 2025 could have it as the later verse expands.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm hoping.
That's
I
right.
have my fingers crossed.
Yes. Bo, who were some of your favorite guests we've had?
Well, me, mostly. I'm always my favorite guest.
Yes.
But yeah, Gustav Carlson, he's an old friend and, you know, just a colleague that we've grown together, we've traded projects, and now he's just this accomplished graphic novelist. He did his book launch here.
That's right.
It was so cool.
Yeah, very cool. You know, we had my buddy Charlie Platt on the show because he's with Springdale Rotary. I also, you know, performed with him in Ultra Suede. He came on and fill us in about some things.
Also a part of the later verse.
I think about all of our ties to kind of Razorback athletics as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it when you had Courtney Mims on.
Yes.
She is so cool,
She's
and
so
I just
fun.
wish I was just like her. She's so awesome.
I know.
And her new kind of talk that she's doing.
Yeah, for sure, show.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we do this, guys? Why don't we take a look at some of the best moments from the first part of season 12 of Later with Jason Suel?
Yes.
Roll it. So, Mrs. Claus,
Yes.
let's say Christmas has passed.
Yes.
What happens after Santa has made his trip? Christmas is over. Is there a big celebration? Is everybody taking a nap?
We throw the wildest party you could ever imagine. We have a DJ.
Crank up the podcast.
Oh my goodness, I mean, it is like a rave in there. And we've got the lights going everywhere. The reindeer get happy. I mean, we throw down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my new old comic, Backwood Folks. It's a remake of a webcomic I did all the way back in 2011 while I was in college. Funny to think about. But it is a series about Ozark folklore and culture set in a fictional town of Podunk, Arkansas. And it kind of incorporates a lot of historical folklore while trying to invent kind of a new folklore for, you know, contemporary times.
I mean, I see that you've got a mockingbird on here, which is the state bird. So there's obviously a lot of tie-ins to Arkansas as well.
Right. There's even a kind of pseudo-retelling of the Arkansas traveler myth in the first issue.
Springdale Rotary focuses on Springdale, but it's a way that people can plug into something that does good, not only on a local level, but globally. So, you know, yes, we're building this incredible park in Springdale. We do scholarships for Springdale school kids, but also some of the things that our group does helps to establish water wells in South America.
And didn't you get rid of polio?
Yes, we get home. I mean, we're that close to getting rid of polio. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we have stamped out things. Polio is probably our biggest
That's a big
global
one.
commitment.
Creepy sometimes.
They're close, but they cannot emote.
No, they can't.
They can't emote, you
So,
guys.
speaking of emoting, I think we've talked about this a lot, and you were telling me off camera that you have a lot of people coming to you saying, like, how can I get into voice acting?
Yeah.
And I know that it starts with a character, developing that character, which helps you create the voice. Is that?
Yes, it really does. I mean, it's acting.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be an actor. I mean, my background is radio and theater.
Yeah.
And some film, but the acting really is what kind of sets you apart. Now, they're really looking for more real sounds because, you know, we have computers that can sound like AI voices. We need real people, authentic people that can sound, you know, emotional and act and react.
We just don't know what we're going to get with this Arkansas team when we hit SEC play. And for everybody out there going, why? This team has so much talent. What are you talking about, Courtney? It's because of what Coach Cal has been saying from the get-go. Guys, we haven't been healthy. We haven't been able to fully practice, to fully scrimmage. I was shocked after that Miami win when he goes, guys, guess how many times we've scrimmaged? Twice.
Wow.
Twice.
That's shocking.
Insane to me.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're gonna have those growing pains.
Yeah. Fun, right, Bo Counts? I mean, did you see that? Yeah. You're crying.
It was so great.
You're crying thinking about it. I know. Okay, yeah, those are some great moments. And that's what we're doing all show long. We're going to kind of be recapping what we've done in this first part of season 12, looking back at our favorite memories. So stick around. We got more fun happening later. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We are hanging out where the band usually hangs out.
Yeah, Leo left some of his instruments here.
Yeah, he did.
We should leave them to the professionals.
Yes. Who are the
Yeah.
professionals?
We've had them on the show.
Oh, you're right. We absolutely have. We've had amazing musical guests on the show so far this season. Who sticks out to you guys?
Oh, remember the idioms?
Oh, I love them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were awesome.
I love their name.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
It's very grammatically cool. And katsu.
Katsu.
Not just my favorite fried chicken.
Oh, that's right. What about you, Mac?
Pillar Reef.
Pillar Reef. You loved them,
Yeah, they
right?
were great.
They were on with Mrs. Claus, I think.
Yeah,
right?
listen, that was just the best episode.
You loved
She's
that
addicted
episode.
to Mrs. Claus.
I am.
Yes.
I can't help it.
We need to tell Mrs. Claus to get a restraining order.
Our cookies are fantastic. So that's what you need. You know, we had our friend Ashton Barbary on the show.
She's
Ashton
always
always
awesome.
sounding
Fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite names that has come through of the band is Crazy Folker. Which, yes,
They're
Crazy
folkin' awesome.
Exactly. He's been performing around Northwest Arkansas for a while, but joined us on the show under this kind of new moniker, which I really appreciated. So, yeah, Fayetteville Public Television does a great job with our music videos. So you got to check it out. We're going to roll some clips right now. Listen to these amazing musical guests we've had so far on season 12.
It could be true. Maybe it's my fault, but I digress. What could I do? I've always been known to make a mess. Is my whole life theater? Have I just made it up? Is it just sleight of hand, a clever trick? In my master plan, I see through all of you. There's nothing you can hide from these deceitful eyes. Oh, what lives within my mind? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
I can feel your gravity pushing, pulling, holding me. Warmer when you look my way. You brighten up the coolest days where it feels like I can't win for shit. Just don't feel right when you're outside my arms. I get so selfish when it comes to you. When it comes to you, you're my star crew.
The creatures on the ground, they pass me by. But those of my kind and those know me. No, I've got to feel it before I die. Looking to find terminal velocity.
I used to tell my family when you said you loved me. I told them everything I thought you'd know by now. You had your chance to love me. You had your dance and left me. Now that I'm over you, you're coming back around.
Headed out to Colorado, here to hide out from the rain. Well, I hitched up with a new lover, though it didn't mean a thing. 'Cause she told me she loved me, and I knew I had to hide. But he sure lost her somewhere in the great blue ride. Now it's gone, 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 gone for too long. I was gone, 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 gone for too long. I was
Welcome back. We are making our way because we're halfway through season 12. So we're kind of like reviewing all the great stuff we've done so far. And man, food is obviously one of the best parts of the show.
It's my favorite segment on the show. I get to eat, I get to be chaotic, I get to learn, we get to teach.
Yes,
It's the best.
It's all those things. Yeah, what did you think? I mean, any favorites when you've been watching the show?
You know, when this guy comes in here and makes cocktails.
The cocktails.
It's
Man.
amazing.
Yes.
I know, I love making them. I love teaching people how to do it. I like to go everywhere and serve.
That's right.
And you make it easy too.
That's right,
Yeah.
demystify it.
That's it.
Demystify
That's it.
But what about for you? I mean, like all your buddies come on to make us food.
So many of my friends, like Vince, Chef Vince comes
Yes.
in and just gives me all of my sweet treats. But then Betsy comes in,
Right.
and then she's like, "Hey, you know what? Let me teach you how to be a little bit more healthy." And you get the balance.
You get to balance all of that out.
Always delicious.
You know, one of my favorites is Maudie Schmidt. Whenever Chef Maudie comes on and brings us that Cajun cooking, it just tastes so good. So I wish that you had the opportunity to eat the food and taste the food like we do, but the next best thing is to roll some clips of all of our great chef guests that we've had on this season so far. Take a look.
We want to make sure we get all that yummy goodness. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot to that drink.
There's a lot going
There's a
on
lot
in
of
this
it.
drink. Okay, but then wouldn't be a tiki drink with a lot of rowdy garnishes.
Right.
So you got to get some rosemary in
Yeah.
there. You got to get your pinpoint umbrella in there.
Classic. Now it's
Got
a
to get
tiki
some
drink.
dehydrated lemon in there, a picked cherry in there. You just get all of the stuff in there because it is a festive holiday drink.
And then how are you
And
supposed
then-
to take a drink of it?
Well, you get a big-
You got the straw.
and you get a little big bendy straw to get in there, get above the action.
Man,
and
all
you
right.
got yourself a Santa Claus.
That is beautiful. Look at that thing.
Do
Step
have a
one,
drizzle. So step one
lemon.
on
And
nice little
the
super
chef
lemon.
smear.
Chef smear. Got to do the chef smear.
Yeah, the chef smear.
Yeah, what a pro.
And you got
And we're just gonna place the lemons on the figures on top of the lemon, real nice, like shingle those out.
Make it look pretty. Look
Oh
at
yeah,
that.
very pretty, baby. Simplistic.
You know, I gotta taste this.
Please.
Lebanon.
I want some Lebanon.
Oh yeah.
And then when they come out of the oven, they're going to look like this.
Look at that.
When you flip
And you
it
just
out,
flip the pan like an
flip
upside
it-
down
yeah,
cake.
like
Okay.
a pecan sticky bun. And so they, how was this?
It was phenomenal.
So this is
like you said, it was like
so
a
it's-
pastry cream.
It's
so
pastry cream that's more of a liquid form. Cream anglaise is the name.
so it's not. It does not taste like your traditional like icing that you would get.
Right.
Yeah. This is definitely more like what would be in an eclair. It's
Yes.
very very.
So,
And that's it?
And that's it. And that was they'll stay nice for about 5 days in
Out
the
of my
fridge.
way.
But I
You
was
guys
gonna
are sitting
say,
here talking
I don't know
about
why
it.
y'all are waiting to eat these guys.
I was waiting for Bo to do just that so we could see this on his face. Betsy, I have to tell you, avocado has such high fat content that I'm always worried about it, right? But as a wellness professional, is it something we should
smart.
be eating?
You should absolutely be eating avocado. The thing that we do not do enough of is eat real fats. And when I say real fats, I don't mean opening
Me.
your bag
Don't
of
mean Bo,
potato
yeah.
chips. I don't mean Bo. I mean eating real meat proteins, eating beans, eating avocados, things that are going to give you other nutritional value, and they're going to stay in your system for a long time so that you stay full.
Mardi Gras pasta salad is a great thing because last night I prepared all this, sliced and diced, got everything ready. And the only thing you have to do in the morning when you're trying to get out there to the parade to grab your spot is just put it all together.
Mix it up.
It's really easy.
Crack open a Tupperware.
There you go.
A fork or a hand.
There you go.
I love that it's the same colors.
Yeah, you got yellow,
green,
purple,
orange,
green.
purple.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
everything you would see.
Purple, green, and gold. And then because it's New Orleans,
Yeah.
we got to have a little spicy ranch.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
That's a nice touch.
And so that's going to add, that's it. It's going to jazz it up.
Oh, delicious.
Oh, man.
Delicious.
So good.
No notes.
Did you see
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus's cookies?
I did. I'm telling you, best episode.
Yeah.
Best episode.
But if
So
you missed that
tasty.
episode, you can check out all these episodes over on our YouTube.
That's right. That's right. Everything is there.
YouTube?
Yes.
We too.
You
We
guys
too.
make it so
You
easy.
too. I know. We are going to keep having fun. You got to stick around. We got all of that happening later. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're looking back because we're halfway through season 12. So we're kind of looking back at our favorite moments so far. Mac and Bo both joining us on the program. Guys, we're talking about kind of our outside creative bits that we've done so far.
Yeah, we love to get out of here
Well,
and
field
do things a
trips.
little bit differently, do some field trips, have people in that we wouldn't normally have. It's always a lot of fun.
Yes. Mac, have you seen any of those? What do you remember?
I really liked when you guys went to the Leroy because I haven't had a chance to go there yet.
You were
So it
living
was-
vicariously through.
Exactly. So now I know what I want to do there.
Yeah, it's kind of elevated sports bar. They got duck pin bowling. They have virtual bays where you can play all kinds. And plus
some
they have
tasty
great
French fries.
food. Absolutely,
That's
yes.
it. That's the
burgers.
part.
So good. What do you remember from
Well, you
those
know,
creative segments?
Rafi has been a fixture on the show for years now.
Yeah. Can't
forget
And he
that guy.
comes in, he'll come through town, and he's always got some crazy weird facts and crazy weird history to share with us. Always awesome having him on.
It is, and you know what I love is going to visit you at Pinpoint. That's right. So we usually go there traditionally for like Christmas, Halloween, doing those holiday kind of celebrations because the bar is always so beautiful to look
Yeah,
at.
and around Christmas we had Santa Claus, but Mrs. Claus was nowhere to be found.
Oh.
You know, I don't know if Mrs. Claus got an invite. We'll have to see.
Ooh.
Right, okay,
Hey,
gauntlet's thrown.
there's room for that in 2025, I think. Yeah.
think so.
Let's take a look at all our field trips, all the creative fun that we've had on Later with Jason Suel so far this season. And you're open on game day. I think I want to point that out, right?
All
so
game
like
days.
game days, and most days of the week, let's be honest, are game days this time of year. But Saturdays you're here, the Hogs are here. If they are away, you're going to be having a party down here at the Leroy. Is that right?
Yeah, either way, if they're playing, we're going to be open.
Yeah.
We do take reservations for away games. Home games are going to be walk-ins only just because we do fill up. So if anybody does want to come in for a home game,
Get here early.
get here early
Yeah.
because it does fill up very quickly.
But you know what's funny? I've read surveys in the food world where people ask, fast food consumers whether they want to change some of the ingredients and maybe make them more premium. And surveys consistently show that people do not want that.
Okay.
Because we like that category
Indulgence.
as well. The
We
indulgence.
like
the
indulgence.
guilty
I wanna
pleasure, right?
indulge.
Like candy. You
Yes.
like candy? I like candy. It's a guilty pleasure. I want it to be guilty. I don't want it to be nice. If I want something nice, I'll go somewhere else.
Yes. What's your
You're right.
When you sit down every year with your big book, with your nice and naughty list, are you ever slightly disappointed that someone is
Well.
still on that naughty list, hasn't made the transition yet?
You
to
know,
being nice?
usually people come around. They change, they come around, they see
I'm telling
the
you.
way they need to be.
Yeah.
The
and
transition from the naughty to the nice list is epic. I highly recommend
They
it.
get the message. I've noticed that some boys and girls actually enjoy the naughty gifts. You know,
Oh,
I
really?
still give
Like
some
getting
presents.
coal and things like
Yeah,
that?
coal or a rock
Switches.
or something. They're just trying to be different, I think.
Right. It is an enormous exhibition this
Yes,
year, over
it
100
is.
pieces. And it's so rewarding to see the region featured in this way. What has it meant? Like over these 4 years, people have come, they have continued to come, and it's grown. What has that meant for you all to see this art and come from these artists?
Well, what it means is that it's what people want. And it is what the Walton Art Center realized was needed. And we have a gallery. So why not? So 4 years ago, the Walton Art Center decided we'd give it a try
Yeah.
and see if it worked. And it has. Every year it becomes more important. It's very important to people and their community.
You know, I like to go sit in the woods sometimes and take care of things and sit there and listen to the squirrels and the possums and the deer and the antelope and the alligators and everything out. They'll talk. If you listen closely, you'll hear woodland creatures talk and say things to you. And that's, be careful, be careful, take care of the planet. You know, they'll say things to you. I'm sorry about your rash. Or if you listen, the animals are here to help us, especially the woodland creatures. So go pet something today.
That was so fun, just showcasing Northwest Arkansas in that way. Absolutely. And I had forgotten about that one. We went to see Our Art, Our Region, Our Time at Walton Art Center. That's always a beautiful one as well. So
anytime we go to the Walton Art Center, it's awesome.
Always looks great. Yeah, stick around. We got more clips, more fun. It's all happening later. Yes, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in to watch kind of the best of the first half of season 12.
Best of the first, and the best is yet to last tomorrow later, maybe.
You got it.
It's coming.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so
That's it.
weird.
You nailed
13 seasons next coming?
Yes.
I don't know. What is it?
We're halfway through 12, and the best thing is we got the rest of 12 to go, so you got to tune in next
so
week to see
much
what else
more.
we're doing on the show. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. You can send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com, and if you want to see any of the great clips or full episodes from the show, or you can
previous seasons.
Yes, the whole thing. Us with our baby faces all the way back to season 1. You can find all of that over on YouTube. That's right, but for tonight, that's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Yes.